Well, Shamin, you did a great job in your cognitive restructuring worksheet about the homework experiment that you want to do, going to this meetup of the gardening club. And you're telling me, which is completely normal, it's very, very common, that although you believe your constructive attitude that you came up with intellectually, you're not so sure on an emotional level how much you're really there yet. That there's a part of you that's still stuck in your old negative way of thinking, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I understand it. But I still feel really nervous and awkward.
Right, right. And ultimately, what will help you feel better is doing the experiment, but you're saying that you feel so much anticipatory anxiety about doing it that you're not so sure you can get yourself to do it.
Yeah.
So I
I
have an
really
idea.
want to do this. I want to
Yeah,
learn more and connect more with folks and learn more about gardening.
yeah. No, I imagine you would find that enjoyable and to meet other people that share that interest.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one way to help get you to feel a little more confident is to do a funny kind of role play. I call it a cognitive restructuring argument, in
Okay.
which I'm going to ask you to be yourself, except that I'm going to ask you to act as if you believe your constructive attitude that you came up with in the cognitive restructuring worksheet, that you believe your constructive attitude 100%, and you don't believe your hot thoughts at all. So you're being yourself, but you're being your most confident self.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm not going to be a person. I'm actually going to portray your hot thoughts. And so I'm going to say some negative stuff to you, but it's not anything that I, Larry, would ever say to you. I want you to know that this is what
Okay.
your hot thoughts are saying to you.
Okay.
And I want you to argue with me, get really passionate in your argument with me. Use oomph. This isn't a dry Harvard debate. This is a passionate argument in which your goal is to shut me up. Your goal is to stop me from bothering you and
Okay.
just use whatever oomph you can. You want to give that a try? How do you feel about that idea?
Okay. I could try.
Okay, and in my experience is the more somebody gets into this with oomph, with passion, with emotion, the more you get out of it. It's likely to be fun, if nothing else, but I bet you get something really useful out of it.
All right. Can I yell?
You can yell, you can insult me, you can mock me, you can do whatever you want. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. Now remember, I'm not being Larry now, I'm being your hot thoughts.
Okay.
Well, Shaman, I don't care what that therapist tells you. There's no way I'm going to let you go to this gardening club. You don't know anyone there. You're going to make a terrible impression.
That's not true. I know from the work that I've been doing with Larry that in situations where I talk to people, I usually am able to do okay, and people are able to feel engaged by my conversation.
Well, that's maybe in the controlled example of a therapy session or the little easy stuff you've done as homework. But this is a hard thing. What if you, I don't know, what if you come across as anxious, as nervous, as your hands are shaking and people see it, and worse yet, people can see and even smell that you're sweating? Don't you see that'll be humiliating? I don't want you to experience that.
That's not going to happen. And if it does, then I have figured out new ways to manage some of that stuff, and I can not focus on it so much, and I can still have good conversations with people. And if I have a bad conversation with one person, then I can talk to somebody else.
But that seems humiliating just because you're not focusing on your sweating or your shaky hands or your, nervousness in other ways. It doesn't mean it's not happening. It doesn't mean the other people aren't focusing on it.
What I know is that the the reality is people generally are not noticing those things, and that I make a bigger deal out of it than is real. So that's not likely to happen.
Well, I'm afraid that it will, and that it would be humiliating. And I'm just trying to protect you from humiliation. And therefore, the best thing is don't go.
Look, I've been listening to you for a really long time and you have caused me a lot of problems and I'm not going to listen to you anymore.
I'm in your brain. I'm not going away. I'm here to protect you.
Yeah, you might be in my brain, but you're just background chatter and I'm not going to allow you to control me anymore.
Wow. Congratulations, Shaman. How do you feel about this role play, this experiment we did?
I felt a little silly at first,
Yeah.
but um I got into it, I think, and I think it went well.
Okay. And you were telling me before that you didn't particularly believe, maybe intellectually you did, but not emotionally, your constructive attitude. And so you didn't think you were going to go to the meetup, to the gardening club. How much do you believe the constructive attitude now? How likely are you to go now?
I think I'm more likely to go. If I was at a 60% no, 40% yes last time, then I'm probably going to say, I'm going to go. I'm going to say 90%. I'm going to go.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, I really look forward to hearing how your experiment goes.
Thanks.